for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Washington. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Green. Here's the pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like, getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They've got the screen set up. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it, and he will score.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring, Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Back to throw, it's Green. Going up top. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
They booted away on 4th down. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Got his man quickly.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Miller with the ball. And some room to work. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down. A A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive...
Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
So now it's second and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Power ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give is to Miller. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The RPO fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Makes the grab. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Going up top again. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Hits the crease. The 10. Touchdown, Bama. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accept.
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Green. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. Got room at the 35. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, it's a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Pocket breaking down. Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after that incompletion now, you got 4th down in your own end. But based on the fact they've scored 2 touchdowns and kicked a field goal now, they've been looking pretty good. And if I'm the head coach, I think I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in my offense to go get this thing.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking down the middle. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like the idea by the quarterback. He wanted to attack the middle of the field. He found his open guy. Receivers just got to be able to make a play for him.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeps it on the draw. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half with a run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Catch in the middle, it's Miller. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's caught. It's Williams. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. To the air, it's Simpson. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
QB draw. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to buy time. Takes a hit as he fires. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on first and 10. The give to the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Now they'll run the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking for a man. It's Green. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. It's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he makes the catch. Now can he get to the sticks?
Man, everybody loves a fake punt until it doesn't.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. taking another look just to confirm everything. The officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Here comes the offense on second down. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Green. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time.
Lofts one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Finds his back in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on 3rd down. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
To the air, it's Simpson. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats at the end of the season.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going right to work up top. He wants a big play here late. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Looking downfield, it's Green. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. 3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. This crowd knows when to bring it. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Arkansas! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is